As the dust settles on London Climate Action Week 2025, held from 21 to the 29th of June, reflections are already surfacing. While headlines may have moved on, the conversations that took place in the capital last week are only beginning to ripple outward. This year's edition, the largest yet, brought together over 45,000 participants across 700 events, solidifying London's position as a growing hub for serious climate discourse. More than just a gathering of the already convinced, the week felt different, grounded, pragmatic and refreshingly free of greenwashing. It wasn't about splashy declarations or photo ops, but about facing difficult questions and forging genuine, solution-driven alliances. With mounting uncertainty in the United States, particularly in light of the Trump campaign's rollback promises, London seized the moment. It positioned itself as Europe's climate nerve center, not just hosting discussion panels but shaping policy narratives and forging investment pathways. While New York's own Climate Week is now under scrutiny, London doubled down, inviting mayors, CEOs, indigenous leaders, scientists, and financiers to the table. Unlike the polished, performative gatherings of the past, this year's tone was disarmingly practical. A major theme across the week was climate finance. From sovereign green bonds to community-led adaptation funds, speakers emphasized that capital must follow climate justice, not just carbon metrics. Particularly compelling was a session on redirecting private wealth into local resilience projects, with voices from the Global South cautioning against top-down funding models. "We don't need more northern consultants, we need climate partners," said one Kenyan speaker, to a standing ovation. In one of the most talked-about showcases, the City of London presented its regenerative urbanism blueprint, a vision for cities that don't merely minimize harm, but actively restore ecosystems, water cycles and social equity. Think green roofs, carbon-absorbing facades, heat-reflective roadways, and infrastructure designed to heal. It felt less like a plan and more like a promise, and it struck a chord. This year, it wasn't just the policy papers that sparked reaction, it was the language. Talks moved beyond net zero to climate positive, from transition to transformation and from adaptation to imagination. The vocabulary shift may seem minor, but in rooms where words shape billions, it matters. There was a sense that the climate movement is finally outgrowing its own jargon and, perhaps, growing up. Not everyone agreed on every policy. Not every initiative was flawless. But for a brief moment in June, London became a beacon, not just for advocacy, but for applied ambition. Now the question is, will the promises made in packed halls and rooftop gardens ripple outward, into boardrooms, classrooms and streets? If even a fraction of what was pledged finds its way into action, London 2025 may be remembered not just as a conference, but as a turning point.